The Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by Reaper Apparel Company. Reaper Apparel offers a casual line of superb fit, finish, and comfort. We design for those who refuse to die slowly and choose to live untamed. For those who aren't afraid to face the dark, for the ones that thrive in it, and for those who can appreciate life through a grim lens. That's Reaper Apparel Company. Go to the link in the description of this episode, use the promo code Mike Bono, and get 10% off. Also, the Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by my own personal merch store, the Stupid Should Hurt merch store. I have hats, I have t-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, water bottles, notebooks, you name it, I've got it. The description and the link for that will be in the description of this episode. Also, right now, if you use the promo code WELCOME, I will give you 5% off of your first purchase. That's the Stupid Should Hurt merch store. Also, the Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by Tactical Brotherhood, all American-made apparel, which helps support the Second Amendment. You can also find all this in the description of this episode with the link, Tactical Brotherhood. Part of every proceed does go to helping veterans, as it is a very good cause. All American-made products made right here in Minnesota. Go and check them out. Use the promo code PATRIOT15 to get 15% off your purchase. Now, let's start the show. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Ride Home Rants podcast. This is, as always, your host, Mike Bono. I have a great and special holiday edition episode for us today. I have a great panel of guests. We're going to talk all things holiday and the Christmas season that is upon us, that is coming up faster than you can think it is, but I will let my guests introduce themselves. And I do have a very interesting question, too. So everybody tell us where you're from and if you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not. So, Drew, let's start with you.
What's up, guys? Drew McLaughlin from Youngstown, Ohio. And I do think it is a Christmas movie. I do. Okay.
Wendy, what about you?
Hi, I'm Wendy Kuniash, and I'm from Cleveland. And yes, I think it is as well.
2 for 2. I'm liking it. Mister, round us off here.
Mr. Askew from Cincinnati, Ohio. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Oh, man.
No.
That is my panel of guests for this holiday show. I thought we were going to be 3 for 3. I really thought you were saying it was going to be a Christmas movie, mister. But you know, I do think it is a Christmas movie, so there is that too as well.
Nice.
3 for 4 is not bad.
What's that?
That 3 for 4 is not bad.
No, I'll take it. All right, so Drew, let's start with you. And you know, is Christmas Eve or Christmas Day a bigger day for you and your family?
So for me, actually, Christmas Eve is probably a bigger day for us. We start probably around 3 o'clock, and we really go till about 10:30 to 11. My mom's side and my dad's side, we all kind of come together. So it's a big celebration with all of us. So Christmas Eve would be a bigger day for us. Christmas Day is kind of a smaller, we do a little smaller thing, you know, intermediate family. But yeah, Christmas Eve is usually a bigger day for us.
All right, Wendy, what about you?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Drew on that one. It's the same for our family as well. Christmas Eve is a little bit more jam-packed. It just seems to be a little bit more convenient for all of our sides of our families to get together as opposed to Christmas Day.
Yeah, mister, round us off here.
Yeah, I would say, man, probably like Christmas Day would probably be like the biggest for us. You know, we do a lot of preparation, like on Christmas Eve, you know, with the family and whatnot, getting food and everything prepared for, you know, for Christmas Day. So ours will probably be Christmas Day, you know, but when the month of December come, man, all them days, it's just one big Christmas day every single day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, December is a busy time of the year for everybody, I think. But Christmas Eve is definitely I'd say a bigger day for me and my family. Mainly because, I come from a very big Italian family. We do the Feast of the Seven Fishes on
Yeah.
Christmas Eve. I do have to make the truck back to West Virginia from Ohio to be with my family. And when there's 16 people in your immediate family, that's a big day. And that's just my side of the family. That's not even my wife's side of the family. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's a big day, a lot of preparation with getting 7 different types of fishes ready for one dinner and everything like that. But it is fun. I don't get to see family a lot with my schedule, comedy wise, and everything like that. So I love the holidays, and Christmas Eve is definitely a big day. Like Drew said, we start early. We're starting about 3-4 o'clock. We're eating dinner by 5:36. Santa shows up for the kids, and then we're just trying to wind down the day and get to Christmas Day. So yeah, it is very, very busy. But Mister, let's stay with you. What does the typical Christmas Eve look like versus your Christmas Day?
Man, a lot of family, is get together, doing a lot of preparation, man. The food for the whole week of Christmas, man, it's just unbelievable. I mean, it's just like, it's almost like a 7-day feast, man. So, but especially, like Christmas Eve, you're getting the greens together, you're getting all the meats and, turkey and ham and, ducks. And I mean, it's a lot. Oh, yeah. I'm up here in the wild, man. So I'm getting a lot of different wild stuff together now. It's unbelievable, man. I remember one Christmas, man, I had some buffalo, some bison meat, and I grilled it. And like my little cousins, they thought it was just a regular hamburger.
Wow, that's
Man, they was killing it. Yeah, but it's a lot. Just a lot of preparation, getting everybody together, just getting things, kick off, man, for the week.
Yeah,
for the day.
Is bison the weirdest meat that you've eaten?
No, probably camel. Yeah, I had camel. Yeah. If you're in Cincinnati, there's a store called Jungle Gems, and it's an international store, and they have all different types of meat. And,
wow, that's
camel. I'm telling you, it's pretty good, man. You gotta try it. It's pretty good, man.
I'm gonna have to. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, I mean, I thought the weirdest thing I've eaten was alligator, and I thought that was weird. Camel. That's.
Yeah, camel, elk, bison. Yeah, I've eaten all that, man.
Man. So, Wendy, what about you? What's a typical Christmas Eve looking like versus your Christmas Day?
Yeah, so pretty much we all go over to my parents' house on Christmas Eve, and we're starting around the same time, that 3 o'clock hour. We start to kind of gather, make our way there. We have dinner around 5:30, 6 o'clock. We do gifts for all the kids. My sister, her boys are there, and my fiance and his boys will be there. My 2 daughters will be there. So we go over there, we have dinner, we do gifts, and then after we say our goodbyes and we go home, that's usually when I stay up and wrap all the gifts, because I'm one of the last minute wrappers for Christmas morning. So I usually stay up until like 1 in the morning and wrap everything. Yeah. And then Christmas Day, we do the morning time and just kind of whatever comes up. We can pop over to someone else's house, say hey, but yeah, Christmas Eve it's jam-packed.
All right. Drew, what about you?
Yeah, so like Wendy said, we get there. My parents' house about 3 o'clock. We do the fishes as well. But the crappy part is I'm actually allergic to fish, so I can't even have it. Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah, so kind of got to fend for myself on that one. So I usually eat everything else except for the fish. The smell smells good, though. I like the smell, but, can't have the food. So yeah, we usually do that. We hang out, like Wendy said, probably dinner around 6:30, do presents, play some games, like family games. And then we used to watch the Hawaii game that played Christmas Eve night.
Yeah.
But I don't think they didn't make it this year, so that won't be happening. But usually you sit around, watch, enjoy family. We have a lot of family from out of town. They fly in, so we just kind of catch up, hang out. Then yeah, Christmas Day is in the morning, and usually just watch basketball, or I think there's some NFL games on Christmas Day too. So we just hang out, chill.
Yeah, I thought my family was the only one that played games on Christmas Eve, but like we played the weird games like that. I think it's called hearing things, where they give you the earmuffs where you can't hear anything and you have to read the lips of the person that's talking to you. Like you wouldn't think it's that hard. Like some of the stuff that comes out of people's mouths that you think they're saying, it's hysterical to us. But yeah, we always play stupid games like that. We have one game my mom came up with. There's one present, and she wraps it with like 7 rolls of tape and 6 rolls of paper. So it starts out this big, and then it just dwindles down. But you have like somebody asks questions, and if they get it, you have to pass it off, and then the next person has to start, and then it just keeps going around until somebody actually has the present. Like we're like, all right, this will take like 5 minutes. Like 2 hours later, we're all still trying to get through this paper. Like 'cause she wraps it like it's nothing, but it's a lot of fun to get around with family.
Oh, for sure.
So So Drew, are you a real tree or a fake tree person?
So we've always been a fake tree. We never gotten a real tree. I actually would like one day to get a real tree. I feel like it's cool to go out there and pick your own tree out and grab it and bring it home. But we always had a fake tree. One day I'll probably transfer over to the real tree type thing. But yeah, I've always been fake.
All right, Wendy, what about you?
Yeah, growing up, we always were real tree. We went out to the farms, Christmas tree farms. We lived right down the street. Always went and picked one out, got it. As I had my own place, once I got older, though, it's always been fake. And the only reason why is because I would never remember to water the real tree. And it needs a lot of water. A lot of people don't realize that it needs a lot of water throughout the whole entire period of you having it, no matter however long that is. And I don't want that responsibility, to be honest with you. I'm already busy enough.
Yeah.
Fake.
That sounds like a hassle. Mister, what about you?
I tell you what, man, growing up, my grandparents, man, they always had a real tree. So we always had a real tree. And even with my mom and dad, we would have a tree. But as we got older, we kind of went away from the tree stuff. Just enjoy the festivities.
Yeah, we have always had a fake tree, and that's mainly my fault because I was allergic to pine growing up. So like I would break out in like the worst hives ever if we had a real tree. So we've always had a fake tree, even now. My sister this year, though, luckily she lives far enough away that I don't get to see her that much because she has a real tree and can't really visit her because I don't feel like breaking out knives at her house. So yeah, it's fun. I do remember one year I was back in college. I had a girl I was dating. They got a real tree. She's like, "You want to come help me decorate?" I was like, "No, I don't. Like that doesn't sound fun for me. Like I told you I'm allergic to it. So like I'm not coming to help you decorate your tree."
That would suck.
Yeah, but they do take a lot of water, Wendy. Like my sister's been complaining. She's had her real tree for like 2 weeks now. And she's like, my water bill is going to be outrageous because of how much she's filling up the tree and remembering to water it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, Mister, I'm interested in this. What are your thoughts on eggnog?
Oh man, I tell you what, the first time I like it. The first time I had it, I think I was in probably West Virginia, and one of the professors or administrator had a little function there, and I didn't know what it was first, and it was like, "Oh, so try this," and I started drinking some of that stuff. I said, "Man, what type of drink is this?" But 'cause I guess there's a lot of different ways, and you can make it. And however he made it, it was spot on. You know, you can only drink so many of those, though. You know, or you're gonna have to, hit the sauna or hit the gym or something, man, to get all that stuff out your system, man. But it was like I'm with it. I can most definitely get down with the eggnog.
This time of year, I feel like everybody needs to hit the gym. After the holidays, like we're not even really there, and I've already put on my 10 pounds that I normally put on throughout the holidays. It's going to be bad this year. I can feel it.
Oh, man. No, tell me about it. Oh, man.
Wendy, what about you with the eggnog?
Yeah, I'm all over it. I want it. All the different kinds, too. All the special flavors that come out. Yep, I'm going to try them. And the only reason why I ever tried that stuff to begin with, because if you actually read the ingredients, it sounds disgusting. You're like, no, I would never eat that or try that. But I watched National Lampoon's Christmas.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
With the moose ears cup and the way he's slurping it down. I'm like, it's got to be good, right? So I tried it.
Right.
And you add a little bit more cinnamon to it. Oh, my God. So good.
Oh, yeah. Drew, what about you? We'll get into mine.
Oh, yeah. I love me some eggnog, man. It's fantastic. And, most of my family doesn't really like it. I'm like one of like 3 people that drink it there. And we just almost killed the whole bottle. I mean, we're all about it. We love it. Especially when he said during because we all have like a little like those like moose glass. We all bought one, so we drink out of that. So we really, play it up. We love it, man. I'm all about eggnog.
I've never tried eggnog. I've never tried it. Mainly because, like you said, I read the ingredients and I was like, "There's no way I'm putting that in my body. Like, there's no way I'm not drinking that." But I might have to try it because, like you said, Wendy, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is my wife and I's favorite Christmas movie. We've already watched it, no joke, 15 times.
Wow, I love that movie.
Yeah,
love it.
And as we're recording, I know this is going to come out. It's the 17th of December. I mean, the show will air later than this, but we're recording. It's the 17th, and we've watched it 15 times. Like it's almost becomes a nightly ritual for us to watch Christmas Vacation, and it's to the point like we don't even really need to pay attention to it. Like we're always doing something, and we can quote that movie word for word. Like and we just know what's going to happen. It's phenomenal.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. And so, Drew, we're going to stay with you, and I'm interested for this one. Do you like snow on Christmas?
Oh, yeah, I love snow on Christmas. I'm a big snow guy. Actually, I prefer, I'm weird. I rather have cold than hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all about snow. But this year, it kind of seems like it's not going to happen. So, thought after the New Year, even if that. I think just the whole, what's the word I'm looking for? Ambiance of it makes it look nice, Christmas. I think we had one like in 2020 or 21. It was really nice. Yeah, I'm all about snow. Once like after like January, then I hate it. But
yeah.
But November, December, January, I'm all about it. Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah, I remember that snow that you're talking about. I think it was 21. When we had
I think so.
big snow because it was my year to go back home to West Virginia, and what should have been a 2-hour drive for us to get home from West Virginia took 4.5 hours because the snow was that bad. And I have a big half-ton pickup truck. I was like, I'll be fine. I got 4-wheel drive. We'll be fine. I was at a crawl on the interstate, and like. My parents just kept calling, like, "Are you home yet?" I'm like, "No. Have you looked outside lately?" Like, no. I'll let you know when I get home. Like, we're like,
it wasn't a few inches too. It was like, I mean, if I remember, like maybe 5 inches, 6 inches, something like that.
It was like half a foot by the time we got on the road. Like, my parents like tried to like rush through Christmas Eve. We didn't play any games or anything like that year because they were like, "All right, we got to get these 3, my wife, my son, and myself." Back to Ohio before they get trapped here on Christmas and that was not fun. But Yeah. Wendy, what about you? What are your thoughts on snow on Christmas?
Yeah, I love it. Christmas time, sure, bring it on. I mean, that's what we all visualize, right? Or try to for the actual holiday when you're getting into the spirit. You're like, oh, it'd be nice if we had just some fluffy white snow. But any other time outside of the month of December, I'm over it, to be honest with you. Like, I'm done. It's messy. It causes too many issues and problems. So if we just have it around the Christmas time and that be it, I'd be okay with that. Here in Ohio, but I live by the snow belt too. So for us, I think you guys are probably a little bit more south than me. And so the snow belt area, when you were just talking about the bad snow we had like over a foot of snow where we're at, because we usually get an additional 6 to 8 inches on top of, people that are a little bit more south or even inland. So we're
get that lake effect snow up there in Cleveland.
Yeah. And, it goes over the lake and then just dumps. It's so bad. It's bad, but it's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. And Mr. being in Minnesota, I think I already know the answer to this question, but what are your thoughts on snow? And
bring it on, baby. I love it, man. Hey, I tell you what, it snowed on Halloween up here. There was snow all over the place up here, man.
Wow.
On Halloween.
Man, it was warm here on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah, it might have been probably about 6, 7, 8 inches almost, somewhere around there on Halloween. But right now, man, it's been an unusual warm month from what everybody has told me around here. We've been in like the 30s, 30, 40 degrees up here. And so a lot of people's kind of upset, man, because, you can't get on the ice. A lot of ice fishing not going on right now, man. But I love the snow, though. Love the snow and love doing all the activities that you can do with snow.
My wife loves the snow. She's so far asked me every day this week, is it going to snow? Is it going to snow? Do you think it's going to snow? When are we getting snow? I feel like I'm like everybody. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, dump a bucket on us. Like, I want snow on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. After that, screw off. Go away. Like, I don't want it any day after that. Especially after the year 2021 and driving in that. But yeah. Yeah,
for sure.
Just give me it on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and then we're good to go there. I do have to take a quick sponsorship break right here, and it is for our newest sponsor for the Ride Home Rants podcast, and that is Buddy's Beard Care. Beard oil, beard care stuff that I've never used before, but they sent me a complimentary sample trial of everything, and I got to tell you, I'm loving it. I'm 2 weeks into trying this. My beard has never felt healthier. It has never felt fuller, and according to my wife, it has never been softer. So it is. It's phenomenal stuff. From a comedian friend of mine, Buddy Holly. It is his out of Newark, Ohio. Go there, buddysbeardcare.com. Check them out. You won't be disappointed in any of these products. I am obsessed with the beard face wash and the beard balm to keep this scraggly thing in check throughout the holiday season. And it is phenomenal stuff. buddysbeardcare.com. Tell them Mike Bono sent you. Oh, right. I normally don't like doing mid-reads because I feel like it I don't know how to jump back into the show. But we're kind of going to switch gears from Christmas here, mister. So New Year's Eve is typically one of the busiest days of the year for eating out. Do you normally go out to eat on New Year's Eve, or do you cook at home, or like what are your New Year's Eve plans?
Man, let me tell you something, man. That's when I'm in straight up vampire zombie mode. 72 hours before, during, and after. So it's nonstop. It's nonstop. All the frustration and looking forward to the New Year's is all that 72-hour period, man. From the 31st, the 1st, it's on and popping. But I love cooking. I love barbecuing, cooking out, making lots of different fish as well. Sorry, big dog, you can't have no fish, man. But hey, man, got some barbecue for you. It'd be plenty of barbecue, though, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cooking. I'll be there.
Love cooking and smoking meat. So it is most definitely a fiesta.
Absolutely. Wendy, what about you?
Fiesta. Yeah. So I'll just tell you, I am 43 years old and never once been out on New Year's Eve. We've always been home, made food at home, never gone out. In our area, it's not a good, safe night to be out, to be honest with you. A lot of bars, a lot of traffic, and for safety reasons, and me just wanting to be safe at home and everything else with my people. That's all I care about. So yeah, we make everything at home on New Year's Eve.
Absolutely.
And I don't think I'd ever change it. Like, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, you know?
No.
I really don't. Yeah.
No. Drew, what about you?
So usually my buddy's parents throws a party. So we don't go out, but we'll go like hang out at his place. But this year it's a little different. My buddy is getting married in the Bahamas on New Year's Eve.
Oh my God.
And it's been about a year in the plan, so we decided to go. So this New Year's Eve we'll be in the Bahamas. Me and my friends.
Yeah, that's going to be a different New Year's Eve, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man, yeah.
So,
Wendy,
I'm excited for that one.
So, yeah, Wendy, I'm with you. 34, I've never really gone out on New Year's Eve. One year I went to my sister's house, and me and both of my sisters just kind of hung out and watched the ball drop, and that was kind of about the extent of me going out. I mean, to the point where even now, like, I still will sit here, try to make it to the ball drops, but I'm busy and I'm a tired man at all the time. So I still, it happens every year, and it's happened for the past 8 years that I've been with my wife, that we just like, we're sitting there, we're ready for the ball to drop, we're ready for it, and then next thing you know, we're waking up and looking at it, it's like, oh, Happy New Year, you want to go to bed? Like, all right, and like we're just like, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
But Mister, I'm with you with the smoking meats. I did get a new smoker this year, and I am obsessed with it, and I cannot wait to use it on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and smoke some meats this year, and it's phenomenal. I can't wait.
I tell you what, if you ever like smoke salmon or smoke cod, man, big meaty fish, that stuff is excellent, dude.
Yeah.
Smoke some salmon or some cod. Catfish.
Might have to for my wife. She's a big fish fan. I am not. I eat it once a year on Christmas Eve. That's about the extent of when I'll eat fish. But yeah, that it sounds good. I'll give you that for sure. So Drew,
I saw this up here. It's fish.
I'm sure up in Minnesota. Drew, let's stay with you. What is your most fun New Year's as a kid and then as an adult?
All right, let's see here. My most fun New Year's as a kid would probably be, I have vague recollection of the new when it was 2000. Yeah. I was turning 7. And I remember my grandma had a big party with a lot of family, and she made a big deal, in 1999, 2000. So that was, I remember that being a lot of fun. Vague memory being that young. But I remember a lot of people being there and just being a blast with cousins, family, and all that. For when I'm adult, actually, me and Fiddy and I went to a wedding. It was 2019 to 2020. It was downtown Youngstown, and we went to a wedding. One of the guys we used to coach this wedding, and that was really cool. That was the first time I experienced the wedding on New Year's Eve, and they got married right at midnight, and then the reception was like from like 12:30 to 2:30, something like that. So that was really cool. I thought that was a cool idea, and that was a lot of fun. So I'd probably say that would be my experience.
Okay. Wendy, what about you?
Yeah, this one I'm kind of boring at because we never celebrated it in my family when I was growing up. So that was never a holiday that was stressed as important or even a priority or even super exciting or anything like that. Once I became an adult, though, so I'm very work driven. And so I always use it as this amazing opportunity, like most people do, like beginning of the new year, we got new goals, we've got new things that we're after, and just preparing for that for, all of October, November, and December, the last quarter of the previous year for come January 1, like that's the reset button. So I've always used it for myself in that way, not as, I guess, an important day to also celebrate, as far as with friends or family. I mean, I'll just say it. I was more interested in the game this past year. I don't know if you remember the Ohio State game, Michigan game, where the game was still going on and we missed the ball drop because we were so into watching the damn game and we missed the ball drop. Like, that was the most exciting New Year's Eve for me. Seriously, because we were obviously betting on the game. And, but outside of that, like, I don't even know that I've stayed awake for the ball drop until last year. And again, I still missed it because I was sitting there watching football. But yeah, I think I can appreciate it now. Like I said, goals, new direction, improvements, whatever things that you want to set for yourself, for your friends, family, or whatever, nice reset. But outside of that, it's just another day for me. So,
yeah. Mister, what about you?
Yeah, mine was just just watching football, man. Never, just watching football with, with my brothers and sister, mom, dad, with the family, saying growing up. And then even now, just being with the family, just cooking and mostly, just watching the game. I don't think I've ever seen the ball drop. I don't think I've ever, especially in my adult life, I couldn't even tell you. I don't think I ever seen that ball drop.
Yeah, as an adult, I don't remember ever seeing the ball drop. Remember waking up after it was over, immediately after it was over. But I don't think I've ever made it to watching the ball drop. But I remember as a kid, I was always at my grandmother's house for New Year's Eve, and she would always buy like that sparkling grape juice for us, so we felt like we were actually partying and stuff like that, and having champagne and all that. So that was a lot of fun growing up with my sisters and my grandmother, and feeling like an adult in our youth with the sparkling grape juice and, and all that stuff. But it's a lot of fun as a kid. Adult, it's another day for me of watching college football and bowl games, and that's about it. And then hopefully making it to the ball dropping. So, Mister, is New Year's a holiday that you've gotten to appreciate more or less as you've gotten older?
I want to say, it's just another day almost for me, man. It's just another day, another, just like turning the book, turning the pages, saying it's another chapter. Don't do nothing extra, don't do nothing, don't do anything extra, it's just another day, only different is just, us, we just watching football and, just having great, good dinners, man, just cooking, just barbecuing, saying this all day long, just being with the family playing games. But, holiday wise, just, it's another day, because right after January 1, man, comes January 3rd, and that's my birthday.
Okay. So we're just leading up to
January
the birthday.
3rd, yeah. But it's just, like Wendy said, it's just another thing.
Okay. Wendy.
Yeah, same. Another day. It's another day. And, the way as I'm getting older, I'm just reflecting, I'm like, man, I'm another year older.
Yeah.
And that's really all it is. And, it's one of those kind of reality checks, I think, a little tiny bit. Like, you sit back and you reflect on your year. Did you do everything that you wanted to do? Did you believe in yourself and say what you wanted to say? And did you live the way you wanted to live freely and all that type of thing, right? And I'm a Capricorn baby too, just like Mr. here. And so I'm in December, 2 days after Christmas, so I'm kind of always sitting back like, what else can I do? It's amazing, the opportunities and things that we have. I mean, we are in the land of the free. We can do anything we really, really wanted to, if we have the right mindset. So I do a lot of that reflection. But yeah, is it another day? Sure. We all wake up and we're just like, oh, okay, but on the calendar, when you really stare at that calendar, it's like, man, am I going to do something better? Do I like who I am? Is there anything I need to change about myself? And then you look at your people too, that you surround yourself with, like, are some people setting you back? Because let's be real, some people do, they just don't want things as much as you do. So yeah, it's another day, but it's also another day to choose something better and bigger. And that's usually what I use, like I said, for a reset, goals and all that for me.
Absolutely. Drew, what about you?
Yeah, Wendy hit the nail on the head right there. The older you get, the more you think about how you can change yourself into a better person. New Year's going on. So actually that helped me out a lot, getting older and kind of seeing where I'm at, evaluating myself. I'm a coach, so I'm always evaluating something, So, I always evaluate myself and what I did the past year and what I did good, what I did bad, what I could do better. And I'm always trying to work on, sorry, cat's in the way, but always trying to work on getting better.
Yeah. As I've gotten older, and especially getting older in this comedy career and game that I'm in, it's always, okay, I did X amount of shows this year. How can I do more shows this year? And how can I advance this career? And like what he said, it's a reset. I got goals I gotta set and I gotta hit, and it's always good to sit and that just reflect. I normally do take the week right after Christmas to the new year. That's normally my only off week from working and doing anything when it comes to trying to book shows and everything like that. And it's just my reset time. And that New Year's Day hits, and it's like, all right, we're back to the grind. What are we doing this year? What is now 2024 going to bring for Mike Bono comedy? You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm at with that. And like you said, yeah, as you get older, I think I don't want to say you lose the appreciation for the holiday in New Year's, but it's another day. And like when he said, yeah, getting another year older, never fun. Just knowing that you're another year older and getting, yeah, it's something that's, it weighs heavy on, I think, a lot of people. And it's nice to have that reset. That's my reset day. And then we're off and running for the new year. So Drew, let's stay with you. And I feel like I already know the answer to this question, but what is the best place to visit / any activities to do where you live? That way our listeners all around know what makes the holiday special in your area.
Well, a few things that we do. Really, there's bars, but that's probably about it. New bars that opened up, like Still Valley and Boardman. That's a cool place to go to. We were actually just there last night. They have more of like a older look, like an iron look to it. Has a lot of pool tables. Has a lot of they have like dartboards, that kind of deal. They have bocce there. You can play bocce indoors. They have, trying to think what else they have. A little like not putt, like a little chipping greens as well. It's connected to a restaurant. It's a nice setup. We were there last night. They do it up nice. They have live bands, so that's probably one place you can go. Yeah, that's real. And then Mr. Anthony's has this holiday party. It's between Christmas and New Year's. It's like a wedding venue, but they it's kind of like a suit and tie type deal. You get to buy a ticket. It's a sit down dinner. It's like come celebrate with us. That's a fun thing to do too. But off the top of my head, that's two things I can really think of that are fun to do during this time.
Okay, Wendy, what about you?
Yeah, so I'm trying to think. Christmassy types of things. All right, so we have a place called Strongsville. It's about, and I'm in Cleveland, I would say probably about 40 minutes from me. But there's this huge development. And in this development, I mean, they are on the map. Everybody knows about this development if you're in the Cleveland area. The whole entire development puts up lights. And when I say lights, I am talking the sidewalks are lined with lights, canopies, and it takes you from house to house to house. So you park your car in this development, you get out and you just start walking. And this whole thing is lit up. It's incredible, the amount of lights and the amount of money that all of these homeowners pay. But they sell candy, they sell hot chocolate, they sell popcorn. So as you're going like down all of these little streets, watching all of their music themed light shows and everything that they have going on. I mean, and they got like ladders of like Santa climbing up the fucking ladder. Oops.
You're all right.
Sorry. But you know what I'm saying? So anyway, but they got carolers going around. I mean, like it's an event every single night these people go through, and it's just a development, but they are so invested. And they'll take donations towards their electric bill because you can see, like, it's incredible. So it's an experience, and I highly recommend it to anybody to go. If you're not in the Christmas spirit at all, which most of the time I'm not, to be honest with you, it will put you in the spirit the minute you drive in and you just see how happy and cheerful people are just from being there, walking around. And you don't even necessarily have to engage with other people, but it's just nice. It just brings that peace that we all kind of are looking for and we got disconnected from with everything over the last several years. So there's that. And then Cuyahoga Valley, they do the Polar Express train. That goes on for several months here, and it's always sold out. I've never been able to get tickets, even trying to purchase them ahead of time for the amount of people that I needed them for. And so that's a big thing with Santa, and also the toboggan rides, the sled rides on the massive hills in the valley. So I would say those are probably the top two in the area.
All right. Mister, what about you? I know you're new to the Minnesota area, but I mean, we can go Cincinnati if you more for there from where you're from.
No, I'll tell you what, man, up here, man, there's some pretty good places up here. You know, you got Zaveros, you got the jail, and you have a spot that I like. It's the place is actually called the Crazy Rabbit. I mean, that's the name of the spot, the Crazy Rabbit.
Crazy
and yeah, no lie. I mean, you know, and it's a place, you know, you can go and play pool, play darts. They love playing darts up here. So I've been learning to play darts again, in the pool. And, you know, and also knows that they got some good food, you know, at these places as well, man. So it's a good, you know, so it's a nice, you know, this is a small area, but the places that they have here, man, can really, satisfy your thirst of you know, whatever you like to do. You know, there's plenty of things to do. Good people around here, up here in this area that I've met. But those three places, man, I would highly recommend anybody to come and check out. You know, but there's, you know, they have whatever the theme of the season is. You know, they do a good job in dressing up the establishment. So, you know, you'll get your Christmas feel, your Halloween feel. I mean, just the whole, you know, just the whole season feel. So, but I like it. It's nice.
Yeah. I would say for me, I mean, and I'm going to have to go back home to West Virginia and Wheeling, West Virginia, and the Ogilvy Zoo, kind of like what Wendy was saying, is like they light the whole place up. Like even the golf course that's up there, it's a whole experience. You have the lighted canopies. And what they do is that you don't walk through it because it would take hours for anybody to walk through it, but have you drive your car through it, and there's a certain radio station that you go to when you're there, and the music goes along with every attraction that you're driving by. I don't know how they do it, but it is awesome to see, and they have all these interactive light shows and everything like that, and it just really helps get you into, like everyone was saying, the holiday spirit. I mean, it's been kind of rough the past couple of years with everything that's been going on, to try to stay in that holiday spirit. I've been the Grinch for the better part of 3 years when it comes to the holidays, so it's it's one of those things that it's like, oh, okay. Because one thing we like to do, no matter where we're at, is drive around and look at the Christmas lights and just seeing people actually decorating for Christmas. And I am one of those people. I Clark Griswold my house out every year, regardless of where I'm at. It always seems like I'm in a competition with my neighbors when it comes to Christmas lights. Like I'll put mine up, and then I see somebody else put something else up. I was like, nope, got to get more. Like, there's no, like, we're always just decked out for the holidays, and but you don't see a lot of people decorating anymore. It seems like, but it's something that I think can help everybody just get into the holiday spirit, is the Christmas lights and everything like that too as well. So I love driving around and looking at the Christmas lights. We do it every year. My wife and my son were just like, all right, it's that time. Let's get in, and we're going to drive around town, and we're just going to look at Christmas lights. And that's kind of what we do. And I love it. And it gets us in the spirit. And it's the one day out of the year that I actually listen to Christmas music, other than Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Like, that's the only other time I listen to Christmas music, is that day.
Me too.
All right, and then, last question here, and we'll go with you, Mister. The week between Christmas and New Year's is always it's always odd for people's work schedules and time off. What's the week usually look like for you? That week in between Christmas Day and New Year's?
Man, it's a show, man. It's a straight up show. For me, I tell you what, as I've gotten older, you gotta try and get your rest and get your sleep. But man, I go in overdrive. I really, it's a lot of sleepless nights, sleepless days. Sometimes, I'm just, really, man, just enjoying myself. Either meeting up with friends, friends or family, really just hanging out. I'm really just hanging out with friends and family, man. Because sometimes we get so caught up in our work or the things we do. We kind of just lose touch with some of the people who you really like and really care about throughout the year. So I try to come back around, man, and spend more time and just checking up on people, man, because you just never know what some of your friends been going through or went through. So I really, really, really try to spend a lot of time, man, just catching up and just reaching out to people who I haven't talked to, and just see how they're doing. Just let them know, man, your friend's still here, just checking up on you. Even with, like I said, even with families as well. So, I try to do a good job, just circling the wagon back around, man. As a lot of people helped me throughout, as I grew up. And, sometimes you have time, just to get away. So I try to pull myself back around just to reach out to them and check on everybody. And again, man, just going in vampire mode, baby. Absolutely.
Like that's a good way to spend it. But Wendy, what about you?
Yeah, that's awesome. It's similar for me to a lot of visiting with family and friends. So my birthday's on the 27th, so I'm used to celebrating my birthday right after Christmas, which, I'm going to say isn't usually the best for us Christmas babies, because everybody's like, oh, well, here's your Christmas and your birthday gift. And it's not about the gifts, it's really not. But I'll tell you, us Christmas babies, we get a little forgotten about around our birthday. But my family has always made a big priority in making it separate for me. So there's a lot of that going on. Also with my friends, visiting with them. This year I changed it for my real estate team. We're actually doing our holiday party, and we're doing it on the 29th. So I told them, you know what, we're going to change it till after the holiday, because you see how crazy it is. Everybody's got a party to go to starting on December 1 until after New Year's, you know? And it's like, how do you compete with that and take people away from your family obligation and friend and even your own work stuff? So I said, let's just wait till after the holiday. But so I picked the 29th, and I'm looking forward to it. It's almost kind of like continuing the celebration, right?
Yeah.
And it's also New Year's Eve weekend, so I'm sure it'll be a little crazy. But yeah, that's what I got going on. Like Mr. said, it's nonstop. You know, I think New Year's Day is where we kind of, at the end of New Year's Day, we all just kind of like, all right, you know, like, it's done. yeah. Move on. Yeah.
True. What about you?
Yeah. So I'm a teacher, so I get that week off. Really, I get probably a little over 2 weeks off. So it's real nice just to relax and kind of just chill out for a little bit and not worry about work or anything like that. They always say the week between Christmas and New Year's is kind of like a blur in a sense, which I think is the truth, you know, because you're one minute you wake up, it's Christmas, and then the next day you're like, well, tomorrow's New Year's Eve, you know. It's just like back to back. I think it's a fun time. I like Mr. and Wendy said, just relax. You're spending a lot of time with friends who are from out of town. They probably come back in, visit family. So you're seeing them, you're seeing family that comes in. There's a lot of people that you're probably just mingling around with and hanging out. So it's a good time to catch up with everybody and relax, have a few drinks, watch some sports, and just kind of wind down and get ready for the new year.
Yeah, the week in between is always a blur for me because
I feel like you spoke up what happened, you know?
Yeah, like I feel like this entire year has been like that. I feel like I woke up yesterday and it was New Year's Day, and now we're at Christmas already. So yeah, I get that, but that week in between Christmas and New Year's is always a blur for me. The first year that I'm actually really having off from my day job, let alone my comedy and everything like that. So it's going to be interesting because, getting to visit with a bunch of people that you don't normally get to because of the busy work schedules and show schedules and preparing for everything like that and getting ready for the new year and to prepare for everything. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, like Drew, you hit the nail on the head. It's a blur. You wake up and then it's like, all right, we're already at January 2nd. What the heck happened? Like, how did we get here? I just did Christmas yesterday. Like, so.
Well, it's crazy to think about. It's people. It's true. From Christmas Day to New Year's Day is a week, and you're like, no way, that's a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine that being a week. You're like, it feels like it's 2 days.
Yep.
Like, no, it's 7 days. Like, no, I don't think so. It's like crazy.
Really don't think it is. It's a lot of travel for me too. Driving back and forth to West Virginia for my family, and my father-in-law's back there too as well. So New Year's Day is normally when we do his Christmas. So we're driving back there on New Year's Day, and so it's a lot of back and forth to West Virginia to Ohio, which doesn't sound like it's that long or that far, but it's every bit of 2 hours. So it's a decent drive. But that is actually going to do it and wrap up this holiday edition of the Ride Home Rants podcast. I hope everybody out there has a safe and happy holiday season. And I cannot wait to get into season 4 of the Ride Home Rants podcast, as we will start that as of the new year. But thank you to my guests, Drew, Wendy, and Mr. for coming on and talking about the holiday season and what we do for the holidays and how we can help spread joy around this holiday season. And as always, if you enjoyed this show, be a friend, tell a friend. If you didn't, tell them anyways. They might like it just because you didn't. That's going to do it for me, and I will see y'all next week. The Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by Dubby Energy. Energy drinks made for gamers, streamers, and podcasters alike. For gamers, streamers, and podcasters alike. Go to the link in the description where you can find the best energy drinks out there. Less caffeine than a cup of coffee. Also, No jitters and no crash afterwards. Use the promo code Mike Bono and get yourself 10% off. Also, the Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by my favorite sponsor of the show, and that is Shankit Golf. Golf apparel made for the everyday golfer. We might not go out and shoot a 6 under par. We're probably going to shoot a 6 over par, but this is going to give us the gear that's going to help us rock it on and off of the course. Go to the link in the bio, use the promo code Mike Bono, and get yourself 10% off there as well.